Good morning, students. From this video, we are going to learn about freedom struggle in Tamil Nadu. Students, the Indian independence movement had a long history in the Tamil country. Yes, the first resistance to the British was offered by the legendary since then there had been rebellions by polygars. Rebellions by polygars such as Marudu Pandiyas, Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Poolithevan, and Seppais of Vellore. Once again, you remember the previous story, Vellore Mutini 1806. After the revolt, அந்த revolt முடிந்த பிறகு, after the revolt, there was no ruler because the polygar system was abolished by the British government. Though there were no violent rebellions in the 19th century, still there were continuous agitation by Indian independence activists such as Gazalu Lakshmi Narasu Setti, Subramania Iyer, Veera Raghavacharya, T. Muthuswamy, etc. Early nationalist strings in Tamil Nadu. Before that, students, we have to recall our previous stories. The freedom struggle in Tamil Nadu was unique because மிகவும் சிறப்பு வாய்ந்தது. Because from the beginning it was not only a struggle for independence, not only struggle for the independence from the English rule, but also a struggle for independence from social disability imposed by the obnoxious caste system. வெறுக்கத்தக்க அந்த சாதி முறையை எதிர்த்து மக்கள் கூக்குரலிட்டனர் அரசுக்கு எதிராக. So that due to that, அதன் விளைவாக one organization was established by our merchant group, that was Madras Native Association. The Madras Native Association, MNA, was the earliest organization to be founded in South India. Why? To be founded in South India to articulate larger public rather than sectarian interest. Sectarian interest. What is meant by sectarian? Sectarian means a member of a sect, ஒரு குழுவை சார்ந்தவர்கள், a group of community, majority community. The people was called as sectarian group. So, Madras Native Association was established in South India to articulate larger public rather than sectarian interest. ஒரு தனிப்பட்ட குழுவுக்கு உதவ இல்லை. It was purely made for it. It was purely established for public welfare. It was started by Gazulu Lakshmi Narasu, Srinivasanar, and their associates in 1852. MNA consisted primarily of merchants. வணிக குழுவை சார்ந்தவர்கள் அதிகம் இருந்தனர். It consisted primarily of merchants. The objective, what is meant by objective? Objective means motive, aim. The aim of the MNA was to promote the interests of its members, and their focus was on reduction in taxation. வரியை குறைப்பது, உறுப்பினர்களின் நலனை காப்பது. Interest of its members and their focus was on reduction in taxation. Because at the time of British India, at the time of British India, maximum number of farmers were suffered by large amount of tax collected by British government. So that MNA focus was on reduction in taxation. வரியை செலுத்துவது, வரி விதிப்பை குறைப்பதற்கு அவர்கள் நடவடிக்கை எடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று நினைத்தனர். And it also protested against the support of the government to Christian missionary activities. Christian missionary activities here, where the activities it happened, என்ன நடந்தது? Christian missionaries tried convert the people to Christians. So British government support the Christian missionary. So MNA protested against the support of the government to Christian missionary activities. It drew the attention of the government to the condition and needs of the people. Attention of the government to the condition and needs of the people. மக்களின் நலனை, மக்களின் தேவையை அரசாங்கத்திடம் எடுத்துச் செல்வது என்று அவர்கள் முடிவு செய்தனர். So that MNA was established. One of the important contributions of the MNA was its accusation against torture of the peasants by revenue officials. At the time of 1850, வரிகளும் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். அதே சமயம் at the same time, the tax collection method, it was totally intolerable one. Because tax collectors, tax officials, revenue officials tortured the peasants. So that MNA was its accusation against torture of the peasants by revenue officials. These efforts led to the establishment of the Torture Commission and the eventual abolition of the Torture Act. Abolition of the Torture Act, which justified the collection of land revenue through torture. In 1862, the Madras Native Association had ceased to exist because there was no unity. So that 1862, the Madras Native Association had ceased to exist. Beginnings of the nationalist press, the Hindu and Sudesamitran, the great two newspapers, the Hindu and Sudesamitran. The appointment of T. Muthuswamy as the first Indian judge of Madras High Court in 1877. At the time, the entire press, the entire press in Madras criticized the appointment of Indian as a judge. ஒரு இந்தியனை எவ்வாறு உயர்நீதிமன்ற தலைமை நீதிபதியாக அமர்த்தப்படலாம் என்று அனைவரும் கேலி செய்தனர். The press opposed his appointment, and the educated youth at the time, realized that the press was entirely owned by Europeans. அப்பொழுதுதான் படித்த இளைஞர்கள் உணர்ந்தனர் அனைத்து விதமான ஊடகங்களும் ஐரோப்பியர்களின் கையில் உள்ளது என்று. The educated youth realized that the press was entirely owned by Europeans. So that G. Subramaniam, M. Veeraragavachari and 4 other friends together, ஒன்று சேர்ந்து Subramaniam, Veeraragavachari and 4 other friends together started a newspaper, The Hindu, in 1878. It soon became the vehicle of the nationalist propaganda. Very soon, விரைவில் மிக அதிக அளவில் போற்றப்பட்டது. It was considered as the vehicle of nationalist propaganda. G. Subramaniam also started a nationalist periodical, Sudesamitran, in 1891, which became a daily in 1891. Subramanian also started a Tamil nationalist periodical, Sudesamitran. அதாவது மாதம் ஒரு முறை வந்த அந்த சுதேசமித்ரன் 1899 ஆண்டிலிருந்து, which became a daily. The Hindu and the Sudesamitran provided encouragement. It was the pioneer of Indian print media. The Hindu and the Sudesamitran provided encouragement, role model to the starting of other native newspapers such as Indian Patriot, South Indian Mail, Madras Standard, Desa Abhimani, Vijaya, Suryodayam and India. Madras Mahajana Sabha. Students, as we know, in 1862, the Madras Native Association had ceased. After that, there was no improvement in freedom movement. In 1884, May 16th, MMS, Madras Mahajana Sabha was started by Veera Raghavachari, Anandacharlu, Rangaya and few others. Rangaya became its first president. Anandacharlu played an active role as its secretary. The members met periodically, debated public issues in closed meetings, conducted hall meetings and communicated their views to the government. அவர்கள் அரசாங்கத்துடன் தொடர்ந்து பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடத்தி கொண்டே இருந்தனர். பொதுமக்களுக்கு என்ன தேவை என்று பொதுமக்களுடைய தேவைகளை அவர்கள் அரசாங்கத்திற்கு எடுத்துரைத்துக் கொண்டே இருந்தனர். The members met periodically, debated public issues in closed meetings, conducted hall meetings and communicated their views to the government. Its demands included conduct of simultaneous means அதனோடு சேர்ந்து simultaneous civil service examinations in England and India. அப்பெல்லாம் சிவில் சர்வீஸ் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் which means IAS IPS எக்ஸாம் எல்லாம் இங்கிலாந்துல தான் எழுதிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ அதை வந்து இங்க மாத்தணும்னு சொல்லி நினைச்சாங்க. It demands included conduct of simultaneous civil services examinations in England and India, abolition of the Council of India in London, reduction of taxes and reduction of civil and military expenditure. It was the main demand of Madras Mahajana Sabha. Moderate phase. Many of its demands, which means Madras Mahajana Sabha demands, were adopted later by the Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress was established by Allan Activey and Hume at the time of 1885. Before that, there was no strong party to lead the Indian freedom struggle. Madras Mahajana Sabha, one of the largest party, one of the largest association in India, that demands were adopted later by the Indian National Congress founded in 1885. The Indian National Congress leaders from different parts of India attended several meetings before the formation of the Congress. Congress அமைப்ப அந்த கட்சி அமைப்பதற்கு முன்பாக மிக பெரிய மிக அதிக அளவில் இந்தியாவின் பிற தேசங்களிலிருந்து பிற பகுதிகளிலிருந்து the Indian attended several meetings before the formation of the Congress. One such meeting was held in December 1884 in Theosophical Society at Adayar, present Chennai. One such meeting was held in December 1884 in Theosophical Society at Adayar. It was attended by Dadabhai Nauroji, K.T. Tillang, Surendranath Banerjee and other prominent leaders apart from G. Subramaniam, Rangaya and Anandacharlu from Madras. இவர்கள் இல்லாம மீதி தாதாபாய் நௌரோஜி, கேடி திலங், சுரேந்திரநாத் பானர்ஜி அண்ட் அதர் ப்ராமினன்ட் லீடர்ஸ் இவங்க எல்லாம் கலந்துக்கிட்டாங்க. when it was December 1884, the meeting of Theosophical Society, where Adayar. The first session of the Indian National Congress INC was held in 1885 at Bombay. Out of that total 72 delegates, 22 members were from Madras. 72 பங்கேற்பாளர்களில் 22 பங்கேற்பாளர்கள் தமிழகத்திலிருந்து மெட்ராஸிலிருந்து சென்றவர்கள். The second session of the Indian National Congress was held in Calcutta in 1886 with Dadabhai Nauroji in the chair. Dadabhai Nauroji அவர்களை காங்கிரசின் தலைவராக ஏற்றுக்கொண்டனர். The third session was held at Mackie's Garden. Now it's known as the 1000 Lights, ஆயிரம் விளக்கு, in Madras in 1887 with Badruddin Dayabji as president. Out of the 607 all India delegates, 362 were from Madras presidency. அந்த கூட்டத்தில் பங்கேற்றவர்களில் 607 பேர் இருந்தனர். அவர்களில் 362 மக்கள் மெட்ராஸிலிருந்து சென்றவர்கள். So that, as I said, the freedom struggle in Tamil Nadu was unique because from the beginning it was not only a struggle for independence from the English rule, but also a struggle for independence from social disability, etc., etc. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video.